to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Sun Devils will kick it away to start. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. Using his legs, it's Harden. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Making side adjustments here. To the air, it's Jennings. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, fourth down in their own end, and they're going for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Mustangs with the 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Second down, he'll throw it. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Dropping back, it's Jennings. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
And the Mustangs line up to punt it away. Promising start to that drive, sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. Hey, you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Rushes on him. That's caught. It's Tyson. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Moving away from pressure. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Throwing right. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Going right to work up top. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Line getting set on second down. He might want another play. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on second down. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. A designed run for the quarterback. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The option look, and he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Now facing a third and long. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. Rolling the dice and bringing it out of the end zone did not pay off. He's out of bounds at the 19. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Makes the grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Sun Devils want to crank the tempo. To the air on first down. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Working that left side. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And that's a first down for the offense.
The Sun Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it to the right here. Couldn't find any room at all, and he'll lose 7 on the play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And the Sun Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Flushed out of the pocket. And the quarterback will take a sack back in the 36.
That is not an easy situation if you're an offensive lineman, second and third and long, because you know the D-line, they're coming. They know you're throwing the football. As an O-lineman, you better get out of your stance and get your hands up and punch and not miss, because if you do, then that's what happens right there.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now the play fake. Bringing the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Fourth down, and they've got to get it to the next time zone, but the offense is going to stay on the field on 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Sun Devils looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He makes the catch. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
At the 13-yard line. First down for the offense.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
A really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Back to pass, it's Levitt. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. Still running at the 40. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. No good. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
Arizona State 7, SMU 3.
The Mustangs will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Going over the top. Makes the grab on the right. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
On the play.
And I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the flag, 1st and 15 for this offense. Tight end now in motion. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. He'll take another shot here. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And what a play by the defender. He's on an island all by himself in cover one, man coverage. Just him and the wide out, and he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
Might be calling a hot route. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Will start at their own 27-yard line. On the move, it's Udo. That's a live ball. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just...
Turning it on! Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's forced out of bounds, close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. And the Mustangs are threatening on 1st and goal. Scanning the field, it's Jennings. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, SMU! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
What a throw on 1st down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
They'll go to the ground. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Here's the pressure. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic, He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And he makes the extra point. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The inside handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
He's brought down at the 35. Brings up 3rd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. The score, Arizona State 14, SMU 10.
After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
The Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Jennings. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll get rid of it. Complete to the left. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal for this offense. Quarterback on the keeper. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Mustangs! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. Listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Caught over the middle, it's Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got a wide open receiver. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Sun Devils in the hurry up. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. To the air on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. He's going to run it. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job on the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Dances away. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? After that last pickup, in field goal range, but still time to go for the win. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Hauls it in. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Got his man quickly. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Got to find a completion on this one. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's incomplete, and the last chance comes up empty, and the ball game is over. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to the big house, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Goes to the option, and not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield.
And they run the option, and that had no chance. I mean, QB, you could tell something was a little bit messed up, and he starts to run. It goes nowhere. Defense swarms him. That is the play that we don't want to run again.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. To the air, it's Underwood. Grabbed behind the line, it's Haynes. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Trying play action. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
The Wolverines will call on their punt team. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. Makes a move. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got a man. It's Singleton. It's a running room. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. From the gun, they'll try the middle. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3-and-out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
And the Wolverines want to move quickly. To the air, it's Underwood. Pocket breaking down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether... Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wants to throw. It's Howard. Here comes the heat. Gets down at the last possible second to avoid getting ripped up.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking for room, it's Singleton.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
To the air on second down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. The Nittany Lions will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Longhorns heading quickly to the line. The pull and throw off the RPO. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Shakes off the defender. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The Longhorns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Got his man out of the backfield. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on 1st down, 2nd down, and 3rd down, as you saw right there.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Catch in the middle. It's Moore. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moore. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. To the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
This is a designed run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Aller. Right on the money. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Running to Green. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know it's just and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
He'll take it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. The offense changing the play. They send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. From the gun, the running back has it. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Flips it out on the screen. Turns it on in midfield. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
Well, they pick up the 1st down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, it's Manning. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, but couldn't do it. And the Nittany Lions will boot away to start the second half. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Moore. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Back to pass, it's Manning. He's got it down the middle.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Caught near the sticks. It's Washington. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Ready to fire from the pistol. From the gun, he'll try to throw. With the catch, it's Moore. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
They dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Quick pass on the fly motion. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. For a man, it's Manning. He lets one fly deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Off play action. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. They believe they can run right here. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6.
They just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Caught in the backfield. It's Moore. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The give to the back. The Longhorns come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Running behind that left side. Wide open spaces. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They'll ride the hot hand. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Looking to pass. It's Allen. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got it in the middle, it's Pena. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Couldn't get the chains moved there, and now this 4th down is so important.
And it's getting so critical now in this 4th quarter. We got to make some plays. This is probably go time, and here's the thing. At least you picked up some yards on 3rd down to make this a little bit more manageable on 4th.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a 4th down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that 4th down.
We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's loose. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and said, Royce, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. That's going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Back to throw, it's Manning. Back open in the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. They'll go up top on second and short. Trying to set up the screen. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Got his man downfield. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? It just feels like every time this QB has thrown the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this 2-minute situation.
And man, I love safeties that play with great vision in the back end, right? They're the safety for a reason. They're the back line of defense 99% of the time, and I love how he sees the ball and breaks on it. This defense, they have an opportunity to finish this game. They've played well all game long. Now finish the deal.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, guys, fourth quarter, you're trailing. You know that they're going to be throwing the ball and trying to be aggressive and try to climb back into this one. Couldn't come up with it there on second down. Let's see what happens on third.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open...
Gonna take a shot at this DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. As we watch this game, guys, I got the feeling that's what a top-5 clash is supposed to look like, and it might not be the last time we see these two square off.
No, and these are the fun ones to watch, man. Two great teams, both of them fighting to be #1 type seeds in the college football playoff. Great squads. Somebody had to lose, but more importantly, that's a big feather in your cap. That's a top-5 win. That's a resume-building win for this squad, Jesse, that they'll take with the committee, and they'll take momentum down the stretch of the season.
This team has to celebrate this victory for now. But we might get a chance to see this matchup again. These two teams, to me, are good. They're going to have an opportunity, I think, to reach the college football playoff. Kind of reminds me of what we saw recently with Oregon and Ohio State. Oregon getting the win in the regular season. Ohio State then blowing them out in the college football playoff at the Rose Bowl. This might not be the last time this season we see these two great teams go at it.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, as we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 3rd-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Nittany Lions will boot it away to start the game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll move the tight end. Dropping back, it's Sayin. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. These two Blue Bloods really didn't become rivals until Penn State joined the Big Ten in the early 90s. But really, since then, Ohio State has been a bit of a measuring stick for Penn State.
I think we always talk about Penn State. We talk about winning the big games, and how do they play against Ohio State, a big rivalry. Palmer, it seems like they're always there. They're always in the game, but do they find a way to break through and win this rivalry?
Turning on the Jets. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. On the run, still looking. Got his man. And they're able to get him down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Tate. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
The play action fake. It's incomplete, a 4th down stop, and the turnover on downs.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these fourth downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Caught behind the line. It's Singleton. Oh, he's got some space. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
On the ground, it's Singleton. Nice move there. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, I want him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
So they're not comfortable with their field goal kicker from here, so the offense will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Spins away from the defense. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. The 30. Inside the... And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Penn State!
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completion strung together.
Caught in the backfield, it's Peoples. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. To the air, it's Sayin. He'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle, it's Tate. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Working that left side now.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And the Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Gonna look downfield again. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. Everybody wants chunk plays, and you need them, but this has been the epitome of efficiency.
No doubt. Take what the defense gives you. Sometimes it's okay to be patient. Sometimes it's okay not to push the ball down the field.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Dropping back, it's Aller. Makes the grab. At the 45 on his way. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. Lost a throw on 1st down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Quarterback making checks. They'll run play action. Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after his short gain.
Great job rallying the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
Punt is on its way. Now on the return. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Now he's going to break the pocket. Now looking to throw back to the middle. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. with this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Well, no surprise there on defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage forcing that incompletion.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line.
How about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Gets it out fast. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal.
And as a quarterback, you know when you're throwing a corner route, the football is going to travel a long distance, so you've got to have great timing. You've got to get the ball out of your hands before the receivers come out of his break. You've also got to put a lot of air under the pass so the wide receiver can locate it. You can tell this quarterback has thrown a ton of these routes in practice.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Reynolds. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, getting off. And staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Back to pass, it's Allard. He's got him. And they bring him down quickly, but a good game there.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Working the middle, it's complete. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
When offenses run these slant routes, it's about putting the ball right on the numbers. And defensively, I got to be able to take those angles right away. See where he's at, break on the football. Poor angles there by the defense. The offense took advantage with some nice yards after the catch.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single
to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Canes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And the game is underway with a kickoff out of bounds. Not the way you drew it up, but a great break for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Fires to the middle. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going for the big play. He's got it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
Well, you love to see this offensively on the first drive of the game. Your quarterback taking a shot down the middle of the defense, finding a guy for a big play.
And the Huskers trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. DB's right up on the receivers. Looking for the goal line. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Nebraska.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last two plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
He'll bring it out. It's Marion. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Out of the gun to give to the back. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Scanning the field, it's Beck. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Husker! The defense putting points on the board.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in the game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. looking to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Hums it downfield. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all. But no surprise, when you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Miami.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. Looking to throw, it's back. He hurls one deep down the left side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.